I feel like falling in love. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. Better fucking something. I need some drink in my cup. Hey, I'm in the mood to fuck something up.
Hey guys, welcome back. Big Mama Energy.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Tia. And we're back with a video. Okay. So hopefully you guys have been having a great 2 weeks. That's the thing that we're gonna do. Yeah, we want to introduce you to doing every other week. We will be dropping a video. It will typically be dropped on Sunday. If we're going to be altering our schedule, we're going to do our best to try to let you guys know and put it out there. Okay.
There's a big game today in Philly.
Yes.
So go Eagles.
Go Eagles. And yeah, so we just hope that you guys are having a good,
a good week.
Beginning of your year. Like
a good year.
We're a month in.
Almost a month.
Almost into February, very shortly.
Moving kind of fast. Yeah.
So yeah, so I hope you guys are, trying to achieve and attack all your goals that you have, and give yourself grace while
Please
doing
do.
so.
Please give yourself some grace.
That's very important.
You have a year. Okay, baby steps.
Yeah. Okay. As long as you're moving,
you're good.
That's all that matters.
You're good.
Okay. All right. So, and also, before we even get into this video and tell you what our topic is, go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah. Do that now.
We've been lagging on telling y'all to subscribe at the beginning. So yeah,
subscribe.
Go ahead and subscribe. All right.
Now.
Please and thank you.
Become a part of the tribe. We know you love it here.
Okay.
We love you guys. So yeah, do that now.
But yes, you want to tell them what we're talking about?
What we're talking about today.
Yeah.
So we're talking about making friends after 30.
Is it a struggle? Yeah. Is it easy for you? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
Let's jump in. I mean, I feel like making friends, of course, was easier when you're younger.
Yeah.
Because, when you're younger, you're just like, kind of like innocent. You're oblivious to all the shenanigans. You're friends with whoever. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
People who talk to you, it's just easier as a kid making friends. Well, in my experience, it was definitely easy making friends as a kid. I was like, whatever, you're cool, I'm cool, whatever. We're in the same class, cool. But as an adult, especially a grown-ass adult, 30 plus, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
I feel like I have 2 friends, associates more so. I have some associates, and then the rest is my family. Like, honestly, people have came into my life for like a season, or so, and then they headed on out for whatever reason. And it's just like, that has left me to be like, I guess, lacking trust.
Right.
So,
and I
don't be trusting these bitches. That'd be the thing. Like, they always prove me wrong or prove me right. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's tough making friends, when you're a little older. I feel like you said, when you're younger, you're more innocent. Like, you don't really see the bad in people for the most part. You try to see the good in people. And the crazy thing is, I feel like at my age, well, I'm not even gonna say at my age because the video is about making friends over 30, but it's more so me personally. This is something that I feel like I struggled with my entire life, but now that I'm older, I'm more aware of who I am as a person. So I feel like it's easy for me to meet people. It's easy for me to connect with people. That's not a problem at all. Okay. I'm a very sociable person. People tend to gravitate to me and my energy.
Right.
Okay. So that's not the problem. The problem really lies with me, and really trying to see, okay, are you really trying to connect with me as a person? Are you just trying to attach to me for your own personal gain?
Right.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. Because a friend of mine said that any friendship over 30 is going to be some type of personal gain. Like, they were like, if you're my friend, something's gonna be beneficial towards me, like for our friendship to grow. Like, you have to be benefiting something. Like, you have to be giving me something. Like whether it's knowledge.
Okay.
On, like, something that I want to learn about. Or it has to be beneficial to them.
Right.
The friendship. And it's not going to be the same as, like, a lifelong friend. So, I'm like, okay, I can understand that.
Right.
Like, it's just not going to be the same as a friend that you've known.
For years.
Or since you were a child. Or your early 20s or whatever. It's just going to be, like, a different kind of relationship. Because it's based off of, what can you do for me? That's what their opinion on it was.
Yeah, I mean, and see, and that's why I feel like, me personally, that's where I struggle. Okay. Because when I meet somebody and genuinely connect with somebody, I'm not looking at it as like, what can I get from you?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, that's just not, first of all, I feel like that's not the person that I am in general. Like, if I really like you, it's because I really like you. Something about you, you know, we have a good vibe, we connect well, I could talk to you. Or we might have just things in common that we just really connect with and can relate to.
Right.
As far as, like, I don't know, like, and I've heard that from somebody else too.
Right.
Like,
and it made me think. Because I'm like, any friend that I made, we were like, maybe we worked together. And it was like, we were just in the same space because we worked at the same job. And I'm like, okay, we work at the same job. I try not to mix business and pleasure, but sometimes it happens. You meet somebody, y'all work at the same job, and it's like, you connect. Okay, cool. But it's like, sometimes you gotta have them boundaries, you know? And it can get messy and it's a slippery slope. I don't prefer to work with friends. Okay.
Neither do I.
Unless I am not, especially if I'm in a position of power, I do not want to be friends with nobody at their job. Because it's just like, it gets very slippery, you know what I mean?
I've had situations like that where I've worked with friends. But it was a friend that we were friends for years.
Before
and I pretty much brought her in.
That's different.
Things like that. But it's different, but at the same time,
it can get messy.
It's messy.
It can get hairy. I can see that. It was messy
because, yes, I was in a position above her. And, you know, it's just different, you know. I feel like it was very... My thing is, when I'm at work, I do my job. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm still who I am to the core. Like, I'm still Tia. I'm still fun. Things like that. But I'm going to get my job done. Especially in, you know, that manager role. Like, you know, we can have fun, we can kiki, but let's get this job done. Let's get to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's be clear. We have a job to do. You know what I mean? Especially with my neck on the line.
Right.
And I can see where that can get sticky depending on your friend's work ethic. That's why I don't be wanting to refer people. Right. Because I don't know your work ethic or some people. You know what I mean? Or maybe I do know your work ethic. And I know you be playing the game. And I don't want you coming up in here messing what I have going on. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm in a manager role and you playing because I done told you got to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or your mouth getting slick.
Or your mouth getting crazy. Or I hear you talking shit about me. And we supposed to have been cool. Right. But you keep keying with the team. Like, no. You know what I mean?
So I feel like, in those situations, though, I do feel like that might be a good thing only because you get to see who people really are.
There's that.
You know what I mean? Like, if you wasn't working with a person or whatever, maybe you wouldn't know that they kikiing behind your bed, you know, on the regular. But now that this person is at the same job with you, you know, they're connected with people that you both work with, you know, you get the tea. Like, okay.
And you get to know a little bit more about this person. Like, and who they are. Like, making friends after 30 is just so hard for me because I don't, that trust issues. Like, what are you coming into my life for? You really have to show me that you're bringing value. And vice versa. You know what I mean? If we're really going to do this friend thing, and if I see any red flags, I cut somebody off. Like, that's just me. Like, it's hard to get close to me. Like, we could be cool. Some people you instantly connect with. But it's like, sometimes, I'm like, I see these all the times. When I see these signs, these red flags, I'm paying attention to that shit. And I'm like, no. I don't like that.
Has there ever been a time where you've seen a red flag and just still continued?
Yes, and that's why I am how I am now. Because I have seen red flags before, but I was like, oh, well, you know, maybe if we talk about it, you know, it'll be better or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Or try to make excuses for this person. Right. You know, and it's like, no. Just like in a relationship, when you see them red flags, like, pay attention to that. Yeah. You know, and if the person don't correct what they're doing, and then it's like, no, that's just who they are, you know.
Exactly. And I do feel like, you know, we're not perfect.
No.
We all come with, you know, our own shit. And some things that people might see in me and be like, oh, that's a red flag. It all just really depends.
Same.
But I feel like I show up as me every time, through and through. Like, I will never tell you I'm X, Y, and Z, and I'm not. Like, I'm Tia through and through. And I feel like that be the problem with meeting people at my age, because it's like, who are you fucking for real?
Who are you? Be for real.
Who are you for real? Every other day I feel like you're a different fucking person.
Right, who is this today?
You know what I mean?
Or you're a different person with different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get around them and you tell them one story. You get around me, you tell me another story.
And that is scary to me. I personally don't understand that. I really don't understand that. I don't get that. I feel like if I consider you my friend, I should be able to be 100% myself. I shouldn't be giving you pieces of me. No. You're going to have the full Tia experience if you're my friend. You feel me?
That's what I feel.
I feel like it shouldn't be like, oh, I'm just going to be this way around you, and then I can kiki and do whatever around this group of friends. That's just weird to me, personally. I feel like, but I feel like people do that.
People do that. People definitely do that, and I feel like that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, because you're getting the same Britney.
Yeah.
Every time. The only time you might be getting a different Britney, of course, is if I'm at work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that professional hat on. You feel me? But once we've established that friendship, and I decide to hang out with you outside of that, you're going to get the real Britney.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're going to get me through and through. Like, I feel like I'm the same.
Yeah.
You know, I might not tell people everything. You know, that's the only difference. Like, I may not tell somebody everything.
Right.
Because some shit you got to keep for yourself, or, you know, maybe it's some stuff I just trust with my family, whatever. But you're going to get the same Britney.
Yeah.
Like, unless I'm drunk, you won't get drunk, Britney. But it's going to be the same consistently.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Across
it's not going to be like, who is this girl? Like, because she's one way, you know, with me, and she's a totally different, like, you know, it's not. You're going to get the same Britney.
And I mean, yeah. I would definitely say that I'm consistently who I am. Obviously, if you're not my friend, you might look at me and be like, well, who is this girl? But you're not my friend. So, you know, and I've met people and they got the full Tia experience, but that was only because their energy matched mine well. Right. And I didn't feel like, you know, weird where I had to be like, okay, let me scoop.
You felt safe with them.
Felt safe. It was a safe space. And sometimes that's what it be.
Yeah. If it's a safe space, you're going to get me.
Exactly.
If it's not, if you feel like I was shy, if you feel like I wasn't, it's because I didn't really connect with you. And I didn't feel like we needed to go to that level. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if I call you my friend, you know, or we're getting to know each other, like, you're going to get that down to earth Britney. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Me, it's crazy because, alright, well, this person, I was about to say, I did meet somebody, and, you know, we've been friends at this point for 6 years now. Now, granted, I wasn't 30 yet when I met her. Okay. So, I was like 27. 26, 27 or whatever. When I met her, and I mean, I'm still pretty close to 30 years older, and we've been rocking for 6 years. And the crazy thing is, when we met, it wasn't like any social media involved. It wasn't a workspace where she might have seen me or we crossed each other's paths. We went to a party, me and my sister and her husband. We went to a party. And instantly this girl came up to me like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Like, the energy just was lit, dope vibe. And like, we just connected.
And y'all connected. And that was a natural connection.
It was a natural thing. It wasn't like, you know, she wanted something from me, I wanted something from her or whatever.
It was just, you seem like cool and let's see where this go kind of thing. It was a connection.
It was definitely a connection, and I feel like we build and we grew. Like, I feel like at first, when we met, we went out. We was outside a lot. Like, I feel like once I think about it, like, we definitely went out a lot together. And then after the like time just progressed and went on, we just learned more about each other. Like, I got a feel for who she is, you know, and what she's about. And I love that girl. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people think like your friends have to be exactly like you. I don't feel like that.
I don't feel like you gotta be exactly like me, but I feel like you have to be like-minded. To me.
Okay.
If we are so opposite, it just, for me, it might not work.
Okay.
Because I'm like, where are we connecting it?
All right, so for an example.
So if you don't like to do anything I like to do.
Oh, well, yeah.
Where are we connected? Like, I feel like you gotta be like-minded. Like, for me to be your friend. Like, it has to be something that we, you know, can connect and bond over.
Yeah, obviously, but I don't feel like we have to be so
the same person.
Yeah,
No, I don't feel
I don't feel like. Now, granted, on some situations, some views, I feel like even relationship, friendships, things like that, like it is better to have the same views on certain things, but it's not realistic.
No, you have your own opinions.
Yeah.
You're going to have your own opinions. That's fine. But if it's just, I just feel like we don't connect, or you know what I mean, we don't see eye to eye on a bunch of shit, we probably not gonna be friends.
Well, yeah,
because you know, like, of course you're not gonna agree on everything,
right?
But if it's just you're so far left, I'm just gonna be like, well, what are you talking about?
And I get that.
Or if you have like a real risky lifestyle, like you get into some shit that I just don't get into, in regards to illegal activity, I can't be your friend.
Well, yeah,
depending on what you're doing. Because it's guilty by association, and I'm not associating myself with you and you're doing certain things. Like, you know, I don't want to be judgy, but like at my big age, I ain't got no business being around certain things.
Right.
And certain folks. You know what I mean?
I can definitely attest to that, especially being as though I've had, you know, friendships with a person where for years, but we met when we were kids.
Right.
So it was very innocent, like, you know what I mean? But at my big age, if I met her now, we probably would have never been friends.
Right, you wouldn't know each other.
We wouldn't know each other. The lifestyle that she chose to live, the route that she went down, and things like that, we probably wouldn't be friends, because guilty by association is real.
And I don't want no person.
It's real. And sometimes it depends on what the situation is. Like, maybe I won't care. Like, it is what it is. But some things be too big to just like...
And it really depends on.
It really depends on.
If it's something where you're doing something very dangerous.
Yeah.
And, you know, at any moment something can happen to you, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Especially if you my age, boom. It's tough. Now, associate...
No, I'm definitely not rocking with you if you're an associate. Like, no.
But
if you in passing, like, hey, hi,
right,
bye, but I'm not going nowhere with you, because I don't feel safe. There's too much crazy stuff going on, especially in our city.
Right.
Whereas though I can't be affiliated with you if you want some bullshit.
Yeah, and I understand that. But I mean, like, when you're really close with somebody, it's a difference, because I feel like if you're a target, I'm a target too.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like with this particular person, like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have connected. We wouldn't have been friends. Now, as far as her personality, yeah.
Okay.
We got along. We had the same humor. She's a funny girl. Boom, boom, boom. But a lot of things that she got into. And you know what? Personality, man. Because just because somebody's funny and y'all might have the same humor does not necessarily mean y'all need to be friends. Because friendship is deeper. Like, can I really trust you?
Can I trust you?
You know what I mean? We could kiki and laugh together, but that doesn't mean that we're friends.
You might just be funny as hell. I might also funny, but can I trust you?
But can I trust you?
That's what it boils down to, especially with me. Like, it's trust.
Because some people are a fun time, and you like, yeah, okay.
You might be a fun time.
But can I trust you?
Right.
Can I trust you? And then also, I feel like it's just got to be a give and take. Now, I do feel like relationships are a give and take. That's any relationship.
For sure.
I feel like friendships, even family relationships, work relationships is all a give and take. You know what I'm saying? And that is important. But I've been in friendships that were one-sided. I've been in sometimes relationships that are one-sided, or you know what I mean. So I definitely feel like it should be kind of like an evenly yoked type of thing.
It definitely should. Because if the relationship, the friendship, if it's one-sided, it's going to come to an end.
Yeah, for sure.
Eventually. Because it's like, you're not giving me what I'm giving you.
Yeah.
You know, you're very selfish. And that's the thing. I can't be friends with somebody who is selfish. Like, it's exhausting. It really is exhausting.
Right.
And it gets draining. And it's just like too much for me after a while.
So I can definitely agree, especially if your friend was talking about pretty much like benefiting. I mean, I definitely feel like whatever, if it's a friendship, a relationship, or whatever, you want to get some type of benefit out of it. You know what I mean?
We're not growing together,
right?
Which I feel like is important. If we're not growing together in this friendship, like if you still on that shit, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was no growth.
No growth.
You know, with all these years, you're stagnant. You're still on some bullshit. Like, I don't see that friendship lasting. Like, it usually doesn't. You have to grow with each other. You know what I mean? And granted, you're going to be at different parts of your life. That's just always, it happens like that.
Yeah.
But if you just the same person as when I met you when we was like young boys, come on.
Yeah. No.
You in the same mind state?
Yeah. And some people are so comfortable where they are sometimes. Right. And that can kind of, you know, in friendships, it can in relationships and everything. Because I definitely felt like in a relationship as well, I outgrew the person. And that's a big thing. And you could definitely outgrow friends. Like, okay. And also sometimes, you know, we had a good run. And sometimes
we had a good run.
No real shit. Like, sometimes we had a good run. It's okay to let shit go without it being any type of beef.
And it ain't no beef.
Bad blood. We just, okay,
I can't fuck with you.
This doesn't serve me.
Listen, this relationship no longer serves me, like you said, and I'm gonna have to bow out. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's no beef, but baby, you just don't fit.
Right.
You don't fit my lifestyle anymore.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're a part of my tribe.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes you find that out later on.
And I feel like one thing that we do kind of like as a whole forget is that not everybody is going to come in your life and stay. No. Like, people are here for seasons and reasons, baby. Yeah. And we really got to remember that. Sometimes you got to get that lesson and head on out.
Or maybe you were supposed to teach them something.
Or teach them something.
And that's fine, you know. But it ain't no beef, it ain't no love lost. But it's just like, we gotta part ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Especially when them red flags start showing up. It's like, listen, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm not dealing with that. I feel like another thing with, you know, making friends, sometimes it's like, people want to trauma bond.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
You know, just because we have a person that is a mutual person that we cannot stand does not necessarily mean we're going to be great friends.
Yeah.
You know, we could just be like kikiing and maybe we can't stand that one person, you know, whatever. But that doesn't mean like that's going to be a good foundation for a friendship. I still don't know if I like you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we just meet each other, it's like I have to get to know you and you have to get to know me.
Right.
And then especially if I want to incorporate you in my life with my family. Like, I don't play about my family. I don't play about my friends. So it's just like, to invite you into my world, that is a courtesy.
That is.
And it should be vice versa. You know what I mean? So I really like to get to know people before I even make that decision.
Right.
To be like, oh yeah, that's my friend. Like,
that's true.
No.
Because you would hate for a situation to jump off and you introduce this person to your family and things like that, and it's just like crazy beef, you know. Right. It's just weird vibes.
Yeah, now you beefing with my family. Like, nah, we just not gonna do that. They like, why you bring that person around?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I thought they was cool. I didn't even do my homework, do my due diligence to get to know this person.
Right.
You know, so it's like,
you definitely gotta kind of test the waters for sure. Like, when you meet new people, and that's with anybody. Like, we spoke on our last video, like, go outside with these people. Yeah. See how they act out in public, okay? When you drunk, how do you act? Can you handle your liquor? Do you want to get outside and try to fight everybody?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
You can't fight on top of it.
Yeah. Like,
what's really going on?
That's the thing.
Like, who are you at this point? Are you just trying to get into my life to meet certain people? Like, I don't know. You just gotta be careful. You definitely have to be careful. And I think that's my biggest What's your motive? Like, what's your, you know, because some people have ulterior motives. Like, you need to know what's going on. Why you want to be my friend?
And
what? I know I'm cool as shit, but at the same time, do you really want to be a friend to me, or do you just want to, latch on? Yeah.
And the thing is, that's my biggest struggle. And Sissy be like, I don't like that person. Like, you know what I mean? Why she, you know what I mean? And I understand now, though, because of the experience that I have had with meeting people before. Like, I just see things differently because I'm not no nut ass bitch. I'm not a weirdo. Like, I'm not seeking out people to cling on them for, like, bad reasons. I don't seek out people in any type of way. So when I never be thinking like, no, that's why they trying to be my friend. Like, I don't think like that.
No.
So, but when I sit back and then like people do certain that shit, it's like, you're really weird. Like, shit. You're weird as fuck. And are you really a genuine person?
Right. That's the question.
Are you really a genuine person? And then I also feel like, you know what I mean, people can be drawn to you because the light that you have inside of you. Right. Okay, so you drawn, you know what I mean? And you it might look so good to you, but for some reason when you get close up to that light, you feel like it's burning you.
Right.
Or like you like, nah. Like, I like it, but something about that light, you still kind of maybe envious of that light. I don't know, but that's very strange because I feel like in certain situations that is the case. Like, you don't really, like, you like me, but you don't really like me.
Right. It's like you want to be close to me because you want to get something from me. You like what you're getting from me, but you don't really like me for real.
Right.
Or maybe like I'm a mirror to you and you seeing some shit that you want or you don't have yet. I don't know. People are strange, and it's just like you got to be careful. Not everybody has good intentions.
And I'm learning to, you know, try to weed out the bad ones, the bad seeds, but it's hard because I feel like people just they lie, you know?
They lie.
They pretend to be something that they're not all the time. Meeting people on social media is just completely like,
that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Meeting people off of the internet in real life and trying to be friends, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a whole different thing.
That's scary, honestly.
It is very scary, and I feel like I have met people off the internet and became friends with them, built a friendship. Not many. The funny thing is, a lot of people might think I got a lot of friends, but I really don't. My phone don't pop at all. Should be dry. But I have a select few.
Right.
Not even a few, if you will. But I've had bad experiences growing up with friends, so it's hard for me. And at my age, I definitely don't want to go through the shit that I was going through as a teenager.
Right.
You know, as a now 33-year-old woman. Like, no, we're not going to do that. So I definitely will say that I'm seeing those things, I'm dissecting them a little bit better and like moving accordingly. And like I said, it doesn't mean that we gotta be beefing. Like, listen, I know this ain't really gonna work out for me, and just move on.
Right. And I wish you well.
And I
actually wish you all the best with all your endeavors.
Absolutely.
But you can't be in my life. You can't be my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're just two different people.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be different, but some aspects is like, no, you want some other stuff, and I don't got time for it. I don't subscribe to the shit that you do. Somebody asked me, it's funny, somebody asked me recently, they knew about a friendship that I had, and they was just like, well, you know, what made y'all connect to begin with? Because they knew that person was like sketchy. And I'm just like, I saw the good in that person.
Right.
You know what I mean? I saw the good in that person, and we did have like a lot of things that we connected on. We had like a lot of the same things going on. It's just that once that person, I started to see little by little who they truly were. And sometimes people are like an onion. You peel back them layers and you start getting something else. You know what I mean? It's like, hold on.
Right.
You be on some other stuff. You know what I mean? With me and some people, like you said, they are just different people They like camouflage.
Yeah.
It's like with me, yeah, she was one person. With somebody else, she was another.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that shit that's scary.
Scary type. Yeah.
No.
So you don't always see people for who they are at first. You got to get to know. I'm talking about over a course of years, you can get to know somebody and be like, damn, I don't like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It's starting to head down. It's going downhill. You know what I mean? So I was like, at first, I really, liked what I saw. And I was trying to be more trusting because I have been so, like, closed off in the past. I'm like, all right, well, this person seems cool. They want to go wild. We can, like, that person revealed themselves to me a little bit later. A little bit later, after the years, I finally put the pieces together. Especially when you're dealing with, like, a narcissist. It takes time sometimes. They get on their game. It takes time to figure out who they are and be like, okay, cool.
Right.
I'm on to you. And yeah, I don't like what I see. You know what I mean? Right. I don't like this. So yeah, sometimes you have to actually experience the person and then be like, all right, well, that's not for me.
Yeah.
And that's cool too.
Absolutely. Yeah, when people do weird shit, like when you first meet them, I think you should head out.
Yo.
And I'm only saying this because of me and like me like always seeing the good in people. Like just because, well, I don't know. Cause I just feel like I'm like, do I do that shit as a sister? Like you think I'm a nut ass person?
No. Why would you say that?
I'm just saying, cause I was about to say, you know what I mean? I was about to say.
I don't think you're a nut ass person. Do we act nutty sometimes? Maybe, yeah. But a nut-ass person and somebody having a moment is two different things.
Right. And that's what I was about to say. So I was about to say something, but I didn't really want to contradict myself. Because I was about to say, like, I feel like you could do some nut shit and not be a nut-ass person.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
For sure, yeah.
Or whatever. So if you do some nut shit, we're still getting to know each other. Like, and that's the thing. Like, when you're meeting somebody, you're still getting to know them or whatever. So you're looking, you're seeing what's going on, you feeling each other out. And it's just, you really just gotta see what it is that's really like, okay, no, this is a no, this is a deal breaker, absolutely not. And I feel like with a situation where I met somebody and something happened that was a red flag, yeah, a conversation was had, but I feel like that maybe should have been the end of it.
Okay. Yeah. I know that.
You get what I mean?
It should have ended there.
It should have ended there. But in the conversation that we had about it, that person, oh no, it wasn't like that, boom, 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 whatever. So you continue, like, all right, whatever. And it is what it is. But
you think it's an isolated incident.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not. Sometimes
it's not.
This person
sometimes it's really who that person is.
But you ain't going to know that until, you know what I mean?
You continue to get to know them.
With the relationship, with the friendship. Sometimes, like I said, I found out late in the game. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't like what I see. And you know what? Sometimes I really did. I did see. It was a couple things where I was like, yo, we stopped talking. That should have been a prime thing. Like, if you stop talking to somebody, usually just did that. Yeah. I don't care if they come back with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because begging and pleading, because it's like, no, 9 times out of 10 something else is going to happen where y'all going to end, your friendship's going to end. Sometimes you just gotta leave that where it's at. Like you said, it's people in your life for seasons sometimes, not for the full run. And that's okay.
And that is okay. And that's kind of what it is. Like, do I care to have a bunch of friends? No, I never really did care to have a bunch of friends. I don't mind like meeting somebody great and we connect. Like, I don't mind that. But I'm not that person that's like trying to go out and just meet a bunch of friends. But like I said before, I am a very sociable person. Like, for the most part, and it depends on the energy. Like, if the energy is good energy, typically I'm gonna be me and have a good time, show my personality. People gonna like that, and it is what it is. But it's sometimes where you might get around me and be like, Like, I don't like her. You probably look at me and think I'm stuck up. Like, or whatever the case, because I'm quiet, I'm more reserved. But that's only because it's the energy around me.
Right.
You know.
Listen, everybody ain't for everybody. It's like,
everybody is not for everybody.
It is what it is. Some people meet me, I'm not for them, and that's cool too. And vice versa, you know?
Yeah. I was just telling, remember when we was talking about yesterday when I was saying how, like, one of my childhood friends or whatever, she had met a new friend. And the new friend was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like your friend.
That's weird.
That was very strange to me. Like, you don't
even
even know me. But I really felt like it was more so of, she was more so looking at it like, why are y'all friends?
Because y'all don't see nothing alike.
Like me and my childhood friend, I think she was looking like, that don't look like I guess she was looking at me like I was stuck up. Or maybe she thought I thought I was better than, I don't know what she thought, because I never even met the girl. But apparently she saw something in me that she didn't really like. But I really feel like it was more so of like, okay, they got into wretched wild shit.
Right.
And that friend don't look like she get into wretched wild shit, and I don't like her.
Right. And I'm not gonna like her.
And I'm not gonna like her.
That's the judgment. You don't even know
She
me.
definitely judged the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, I'm not even worried about you.
I wasn't even trying to be you're my friend. And that's another thing. Just because you're my friend's friend don't mean you're my friend.
And that's true.
You know what I mean? You're my friend's friend, or just because you're my family friend, that don't mean we cool.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't have to be. We can keep this real separate, which I prefer. If you're a cool person, you're a cool person that's nice.
Right.
But like outside of that, like I don't have to be friends with everybody friends.
Yeah.
That's just not what we doing. You know, that's okay to have separate friends.
Yeah.
You know, outside of that. Like, that's okay. That's healthy. We ain't got to kick it all the time. When you with your friends, you with your friends. Cool.
Right.
When you with me, you with me. Like, it is what it is.
Hey, oh my God. That you said that, I love that you said that and bring that up, because as a person who have, you know, met people over the years, for some reason, people cling to me. And sometimes they be real clingy and real like, oh, that's my friend. And
that's my friend.
Yeah, or
very
like
possessive.
Very possessive, like very like sometimes it'd be wild. It's like, you gotta chill. Like, if you see me out having a good time with this one, you on my line, like, oh well, why'd you with that person? Or why did I get invited? It's just very like, sometimes it's okay. Like,
it's like, because everything, listen, we chilling right now. Like, you know what I mean? And it ain't no beef. Again, this is just a time where I'm chilling with this friend or whatever. Or I'm with my family. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Sometimes you can't intermix everybody. Everybody don't get along all the time.
Right. You know? And I understand that. Okay, so because we was speaking on like how you get and you got different friends for different reasons, or different friends that you act completely different around. Right. See, that's the difference though. Because I think it's okay. You're going to have different friends because you have different, you know, moments in your life where you just meet different people.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you have to put them all together and just be a big friend.
Family, because sometimes it don't work out like that.
It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean?
People have different personalities.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Because like I said, yes, I am who I am through and through, regardless of who I get around. However, just because I am who I am through and through doesn't mean that you're going to get along with my friends, like my other friends.
Right.
That don't mean y'all gonna get along.
Yeah, it doesn't. Sometimes it works out where y'all do.
Y'all can't get along, cool. Right.
But other times it's like, you be like, yo, don't call me when you're around that person.
Right.
And that's cool too. I'm like, all right, you don't really like that person? Cool. Right, you know, I've had that happen. It's like, you ain't gotta be around that person. That's cool. I respect that.
And it shouldn't be no obligation.
It's not. Like, y'all ain't vibe, that's cool. You know, sometimes it just is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in situations where I'm like, oh, you know, you might not necessarily like somebody's friends, and that's okay. You just know, like, all right. I'm not going.
Might think.
And sometimes you do gotta tell this person. Because some people are that type of person where they want everybody to come out and go out. And they be like, oh, I'm gonna invite such and such. And you just be like, you know, so eventually you might have to have that conversation. Like, look, I don't really want to be around that person, or I don't want to be around them. So, you know, I'm going to just sit this one out.
But see, and that's the thing. That's the thing, too. As my friend, you're not going to be invited to everything. And I mean this in the nicest way possible, because first of all, everybody is different. Like, you're my friend, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be invited to all my family functions.
Right,
like, it's a difference. First of all, I know my family. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta understand that, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was a situation where y'all did, like, maybe you was a friend for a long time and my family almost like we all grew up together. That's kind of a different thing, because now at this point you're almost like a part of family.
Right.
But like, it's very different. And just because like my family has a party, an event, you're not gonna be invited. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be invited, especially if my sister don't say, T, oh, invite such and such.
I'm not inviting
you.
No, real rap. I would never just bring somebody to whatever sissies. I just would never do that.
And 9 times out of 10, I'm not even gonna ask her.
Right.
You like, I'm not gonna, like, if Sissy had a party today or tomorrow, I'm not asking, oh, can Boom Boom come?
Right.
I'm just not.
Let's have it like, oh, bring such and such. Cause you know what I mean? But some people don't know those boundaries.
Yeah.
And they just show up and you be like, now why in the world would you, come on.
Some people do. And that's the funny thing, because I feel like I have a friend who's very much so like that, like, as far as, you know, she won't invite me anywhere. She don't care. You know, but the thing is, you might have that family where everybody's welcome.
Right.
Everybody can come.
Right.
But I don't have that family.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's not to say I'm not talking shit on my family, because my family is a good vibe. But you just know.
Like, who is that? And what's going on?
Who is that?
Yeah.
Very opinionated people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know.
We gotta test the waters.
We definitely gotta test the water. You really gotta test the water before you just be bringing any old people around your family.
Yeah,
and that's just how I feel in general. Like, you know what I mean? Even when it comes to men and things like that. Like,
dating, it's like you just don't bring.
You just don't
everybody
just bring to the family function. Like, yeah, we vibing. We having a good time.
Let's see if we connect cool first before you know what I mean? So, yeah.
But that is a thing. That is a thing. So I definitely wanted to speak on that too.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean I don't fuck with you. It's just like, okay, this is different. Like, you definitely have to have those boundaries, I feel like. Because me personally, I don't know if I want you to be inviting everybody to something I invited you to.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, you know? It's just different, especially if I don't know this person like that. I don't know how their energy is. Do I gotta worry about the shit you want to say out your mouth? Because that's really the thing, especially when it comes to my family. Like, not too much.
Not too much.
Even when you're around me, not too much. But definitely my family, because it's gonna be up, and I would hate for that to happen.
I hate for it to happen, but you know,
I would hate for that to happen.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
If you don't like your friends, don't bring them bitches around me. You barely don't like them either. Like, don't do that.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
What?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
No. Or if your friends don't have any couth. Like, honestly, if you, come on. Like, sometimes you gotta read the room.
Yeah.
You know good and well. Like, everybody can't go everywhere. You know, especially if you don't have no couth, you don't know how to act. Don't bring them around me. Do not. Because that's embarrassing. Like, no. It's a time and a place. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? It's definitely a time and a place for everything. I had a question for you. Do you see yourself making friends in the near future?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't.
You keeping it open to the universe?
Well, you never know who's going to come into your life.
Right.
You never know who's going to come into your life.
Are you open to it?
Am I open to it? I mean, yeah, if it's genuine, I'm definitely open. I'm open to anything that's genuine, you know, for sure. But it's just hard to tell. So I could definitely say that I'll probably be a little bit more, you know, what's the word that I'm looking for? Cautious. I'm being a little bit more cautious. Like I said, I'm trying to like see those red flags. And sometimes, like I said, we all have red flags. We all do shit that people probably be like, That was some weird ass shit. So like kind of trying to dissect that and see if, okay, is this a red flag that I just cannot, like, this person, nah.
Is it a deal breaker?
Is it a deal breaker?
Yeah.
You know, because some people have red flags, most of us do, but is it a deal breaker?
Right, right.
That's really
That's true.
what I'm trying to really funnel through. Like, is this thing that this person does, this person does or this person did, going to bother me?
Right.
And I'm not going to be able to move past it.
Right, right.
I think that's really where I can really dissect the situation and like kind of get through it. And yeah, so moving forward, I think that's really what I'm going to be paying attention to. Like, okay, if you do certain things to me, can I move past it? Can we move on from it? Or is this going to always be something that's in the back of my mind? I'm a Capricorn, so most likely it's going to always be the fuck in the back of my mind. But
yeah,
there's that.
And typically, you know, you do one thing and I'm like as an Aquarian, you know, it's our season, honestly. Now it's like, I'm like, why you do that? And then I'm like thinking, then I'm just like, we like a lot the same. Like, now my brain is on this thing that you did. And I'm just like, what's that?
I'm putting all the pieces together.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, well, now I'm looking behind the curtain and you don't want me to do that. Because now I'm overanalyzing everything that you ever did. And I'm like, were you trying to be smart?
Right.
You know what I mean? What type of time you on? Do you think you could play around with me? Because you can't. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just like...
And a heavy on you can't. It's heavy on you can't.
And that's why at my age, you know, 30 and plus, it is just hard making friends because I don't know what type of time you on, sis.
And that's really what it boils down to.
You looking for a friend, but what are you looking for? Are you looking for to try to sleep with my man? What are you looking to do?
And you gotta watch out for that.
You see what I'm saying? Are you looking to like, what are you trying to do? Are you looking for a flunky? Because this ain't that. You're looking for somebody to make you feel good about yourself as, you know, this superior person. This ain't that either. Right. So it's like, it's really how you coming. Right. Are you coming as a genuine person who really wants to be a good friend to me and wants a good friendship from me? Because if you are, cool.
Right.
Cool.
I can rock with that all
But
day
if
long.
not, if you come in with dumb shit, trust me, it will be revealed and you will not be in my life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And that's just what it boils down to, you know. And I feel like I'm okay with not having friends. Like, I'm not going to say I don't have any friends. I just don't have many. Like, my circle is not a circle. Like, it's really not.
It's like tight knit. Yeah. And the thing is, I'm cool with that. I'm okay with who is in my circle as far as my family and my friends. And we could rock for the rest of my life. And I'll be perfectly content and perfectly fine with that. You know what I mean? If the universe has somebody for me that's a friend and they want to show that to me, I'm open, but I am going to tread very lightly. Yeah. You know, because I don't have time for the bullshit. I already go enough, you know, we go through enough in life. Yeah, to be adding extra. You need to add to my life, not subtract. So it's just like, and that's just where I'm at with it as far as like making friends. You cool. I have associates. But are you really my friend? Like, it's yeah. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's really what it boils down to. Like, can I trust you?
Right.
Is this a safe space?
Is it a safe space?
You know,
can you hold water?
Yeah.
If I tell you something and it gets to something, you know, and then I know, okay, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And also, child. And one thing I will say, if I can't be 100 with you, we can't be friends.
No, yeah. Can't keep it a bean with you?
Can't be friends.
I don't want to add to your delusional world. I just don't want to do that.
People they don't want friends. Because let's be clear. A person that is just letting you be out here doing nut ass shit all day long, making poor decisions, you know, going with the nut shit that you're doing, not telling you, like, you know, that person is using, whatever the case may be. They just going along with the nut shit. That's not your friend.
That's not your friend.
That's not your friend. Honestly, sometimes and most of the time, it be a fucking hater.
Right.
Just wanting to have a front row seat to your downfall,
to your demise. Yeah, they want to see you fall on your face.
And that really would it be. And y'all be so obsessed with just having so many people around you, baby. It is always quality over quantity over here. I don't need a bunch of people around me. I was about to say niggas, but in general, I don't need a bunch of people around me.
A bunch of yes men.
Yeah, I don't need that, okay? And I feel like if I can't be 100 with you, if we can't be 100 with each other, I cannot be your friend.
Yeah.
I can't.
You know, and I'll take your feelings into consideration. I don't never want to have you feel like I'm talking to you crazy.
Right. Well,
I'll, you know, try to say it as much as possible.
I don't have to be disrespectful.
Yeah. But I need to let you know, like, look.
But I appreciate the same in return.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm acting like a nut, let me know. Like, see, you acting like a nut.
Like, you're drooling. Like, what's going on?
You drooling. Like,
you know?
Just tell me the real. And 9 times out of 10, if I really value you as a person, I'm going to always ask you for your opinion.
And I feel like some people don't. I feel like some people do have a problem with that. Because they don't want to tell people the real.
Yeah.
Because of maybe they got a bad reaction in the past. Or some people just don't know how people going to react. But you got to say what's on your heart sometimes.
Right.
And then you just see how they take it. Now, if I tell you something and you take it the wrong way. Or you ain't like that, I told you that. I might not say, like, I done spoke my piece. I'm not going to keep beating you over the head with it. I done told you, hey, I don't think that's cool, you know. Or I don't think that person really for you, whatever.
Yeah.
But you take that with a grain of salt and do whatever you're going to do with it. But I can feel, you know, okay because I actually spoke my piece to you. And I feel like a good friend.
Right.
Like, I actually told you, like, hey, you know, watch out for that person or whatever.
Yeah.
I can sleep at night.
Yeah.
You do what you want with it.
Definitely do what you want.
You know, but I'm going to let you know.
Yeah.
Some people can't handle that.
Some people can't.
They don't want to hear that shit.
Some people can handle it, and it honestly sometimes build resentment.
Yeah.
Like, real bad. Like,
because
somebody, when people tell you something, some people really take it as like you're hating on them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a hater. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want to take it as, me being a hater, fine by me. Like, you know what I mean?
What I'm saying. And I can't live in a delusional world. I cannot. Yeah. I cannot live in your delusional world. You don't like to live in the real world? Well, then we won't be friends, honestly.
Yeah. And
it just don't mix. You know what I mean?
It don't mix. It don't mix. And that's pretty much.
That's all I got to say. That's it. Yeah, that's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, making friends.
Let us know your opinion. Let us know what you think on that. Making friends, you know, after 30, if you are.
If you are.
After 30. I mean, if you're younger, you can comment on, you know, making friends and how you feel. But this is making friends after 30. After
30. Because I feel like making friends, especially now in this generation, like, it's probably hard within itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely chime in. Let us know what you think. Leave those comments down below. If you have a crazy story about making a friend after the age of 30, or even making a friend in general,
what they did.
You know, email us. Utilize our email, BigMamaEnergy@gmail.com. Okay, and let us know.
Or get in them comments if you ain't scared. Get in them comments and do your big one. And we are here, honestly.
For sure. Let us know, okay? And as always, just remember to like,
share,
comment,
and subscribe.
Bye, guys.